Two women say Chicago police dragged them out of their cars. Police accused the women of trying to damage property at Brickyard Mall.
The women say they were just running errands. The violent encounter was caught on tape. WGN's Patrick Elwood is live on the Northwest Side with that story. Patrick.
Mike and Joe, good afternoon to you. It was Sunday afternoon and tension in this city was sky high among people, general people, the public, police, and protesters. It had devolved the situation in the big picture into looting in some cases. That said, here at the Brickyard Mall, you're about to hear from one man and the family that he represents. And he believes what happened between the family and police is the kind of stuff that leads to huge distrust for many people in the black community and law enforcement.
Oh, they getting Tanika car.
It was Sunday afternoon about 3 o'clock at the Brickyard Mall in Chicago's Montclair neighborhood, where the people inside this car were confronted by police. In a matter of moments, the car's windows were smashed, with some of the occupants being pulled out and put to the ground. The incident was captured by several people at the mall at the time, including James D. Smith, who is related to the people inside that car.
Wait.
The police were there at the mall because some stores had been looted a short time earlier. We spoke to Mr. Smith by way of FaceTime earlier today.
It was an incident that was unprovoked. All they were doing were driving. We were actually leaving out the parking lot.
He says he was meeting his cousins at the mall to do some shopping, unaware of the looting.
And just got to hitting at the windows. Now, I don't know if they did it because it was a car with tinted windows, but it was definitely unprovoked.
He also says the whole thing was reminiscent of what took place with George Floyd, including one officer putting a knee to a woman's neck. And it's this kind of treatment from police, he believes, and others, that keep African Americans weary of them.
At times, it just feels like we're not even given a chance at this point. I mean, I can understand, what's going on with them having the effects of the looting going on, which shouldn't be done to protest peacefully, but everyone isn't the same, and no one needs to be treated wrongly at all.
CPD tells WGN a female offender was placed into custody and charged with disorderly conduct after the offender was observed by responding officers assembled with 3 or more persons for the purpose of using force or violence to disturb the police. And that quote, the Chicago Police Department strives to treat all individuals our officers encounter with respect. Anyone who feels they have been mistreated by a CPD officer is encouraged to call 311 and file a complaint with the Civilian Office of Police Accountability, unquote. The family tells WGN that car was impounded, but when they went back several hours later to get it released, they claim from police came no paperwork.
Wait, they're my people. Wait, they're my people. Those my cousins. Wait, this Tanika them, y'all. Oh my.
So, to be clear, the family says there's no paperwork as it relates to the impounding of the car. One of the women in that vehicle, Mia Wright, has a June 22nd court date. And representatives from COPA, the Civilian Office of Police Accountability, have reached out directly to some of the people who recorded that incident to hear from them to get their account firsthand. Live on the northwest side of the city, Patrick Elwood, WGN News. Joe and Micah, back to you in the studio.